Hey, greetings everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. It is Tuesday morning after our long Thanksgiving Day weekend in Canada. So happy belated Thanksgiving to all my Canadian buddies. Um, Today, I am going to talk about some thrifting. I struck gold this morning at the thrift store. Pretty excited. Before I get started on that, I want to mention on Friday night, my wife and I drove to Kingston, Ontario, and went to this small venue. It's called the Spire. And what it is, it's an old church they've converted into a music venue. It holds maybe just a handful of people, like a couple hundred, 300 people or something like that. And there's been something going on in Ontario called the Small Halls Festival, where they've brought prominent artists, somewhat prominent, we're not talking about major stars here, but prominent artists, and they're touring these small halls. And we went to see one of our favorite singer-songwriters from Canada, Kathleen Edwards, on Friday night, and the show was spectacular. It was fantastic. Kathleen is so good. If you've never listened to Kathleen Edwards, check her out. She's an amazing singer-songwriter and a really cool human being. And she's from Ottawa, Ontario, and we're big fans, and she put on a great show. The sound was impeccable. It was so intimate. It was just really cool. So anyway, enough of that. I went to the thrift store this morning. Value Village. Trying to stay out of that sun. Value Village in Belleville, Ontario. And somebody dropped off some pretty good CDs. I think I struck gold. Now, there was a lot of good stuff there that I didn't even grab because I already own it. If any Van Morrison fans are out there and you live near Belleville, Ontario, whip over there. Somebody traded in like a real good collection of Van Morrison stuff, and it's all the good prime Van stuff, Veed Fleece and all back 70s stuff. It's really good. So, but I did well. A few jazz titles and some other stuff. I want to show you what I got. I got 8 CDs. Tuesdays is 30% off for seniors, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm a senior. And so I got 30% off. I bought 8 CDs with tax included, walking out the store door, $16.45. Doesn't get better than that. So what did I get here? First of all, blues, some blues. Buddy Guy. I love Buddy Guy. And I was walking through the woods. This is kind of a compilation that came out fairly early in his career. Well, I'm not sure when the CD was released. It's on Chess. How do I get out of that sun? There we go. These are recordings that were made at Chess when Buddy first got to Chicago, pretty much. Recorded, all the songs are recorded from 1961 to 64. And Otis plays on this. Of course, his partner in crime. Oh, man. Who am I thinking about? The harmonica player. Junior Wells is on here. But I'm looking forward to listening to this because Buddy Guy's freaking amazing. Okay, next on the list, The Great Muddy Waters and Otis again. There was like this kind of a comp thing called Brothers in Blues. Otis and Muddy Waters. So, I mean, I have a lot of Muddy Waters stuff. I don't have any Otis stuff. And this is a 2 CD set, one with Muddy, and it's like a comp with all his great songs, Manish Boy and I'm Ready, Got My Mojo Working, I Just Want to Make Love to You, Rolling Stone, Hoochie Coochie Man, Long Distance Call, Trouble No More, all this stuff. And then Otis which I don't have any of his stuff, so I'm really cool to have this. I'm really cool to have this. I'm not really cool to have this. This is cool to have. The Hard Way. Take a Walk with Me with Robert Lockwood Jr. Yeah, anyway. So I'm excited to hear that too. Pretty cool. Starts off with some good blues. Next. How about some jazz guitar? Wes Montgomery. This is his 3rd album. The Incredible Jazz Guitar of Wes Montgomery. This guy's a monster guitar player. I'm very excited to hear this. I can't believe I got that. It came with a frickin' little, in an envelope. And everything. Look at that. Very cool. Like, that's like $2. How can you go wrong, man? One of the great guitar players. Next, some Miles Davis. Now, this is a comp. I don't know why I picked it up, because I have most of these albums. It's called Blue Miles. So they're taking some of his blues tracks from albums like Round Midnight and Seven Steps to Heaven and Kind of Blue. There's songs from somebody, One Day My Prince Will Come. But it's a good comp, I think. I'm going to give it a listen. Next, more Miles. I have this on CD, but not this particular version of it. This is the Columbia Legacy series of Round About Midnight. Miles Davis. It's a 2 CD set. So what's really cool about this is the second disc is live recording from Newport in one of the tracks is where he does Round Midnight with Thelonious Monk, and that's a Thelonious Monk song, and it's from Newport Jazz Festival in 1955. Then there's a half-hour show from 1956, recorded live, I believe, at Newport as well. So I'm not quite sure who was on the live, whether Coltrane and those guys and Paul Chambers and that are on this or not, because that's right about the time he was playing with all those dudes. So anyway, more Miles. I think I'm going to sneeze. Fuck. Here it goes. Oh, Lord, you're so good looking. Oh, man, what an idiot. Okay, 3 more, I think. I'm going to sneeze again. You think I'm going to stop and record this over? No, you're going to have to just hope you didn't get any on you. Okay, Pat Methany Group. Pat Metheny is an artist that I have a lot of respect for and have none of his albums in my collection. So I got this album called Speaking of Now. No idea what these are going to sound like. And then an album called One Quiet Night. Now, I was reading the liner notes from this. Pat came up with a guitar, like a baritone acoustic guitar, and he was toying with the idea of making a solo acoustic album just with guitar. And this is the end result. So I'm really excited about hearing this because I love acoustic music, and this sounds like something that's just going to really sound really nice. So it's called One Quiet Night. So if you guys are Pat Metheny fans, maybe you can pipe it up there and let me know what you think. Last but not least, John Prine. Love John Prine. Speaking of Kathleen Edwards, so on Friday night, Kathleen Edwards was talking about she's recorded a covers album in Nashville. Just finished recording it. It's coming out in a couple of weeks, I think. It should be good. One of the artists she covered was John Prine. And she covered a song off of John's first album called Hello in There, if everybody's familiar with that song. It's a very poignant, kind of a sad, melancholy song about people getting old and loneliness creeping into their life. And yeah, so anyway, she did such a beautiful job. I had tears in my eyes. It was so incredible. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to that album. John Prine. One of my favorite John Prine albums is called Bruised Orange. I love this album. This is about his 5th album, I'm going to say. And I used to have it on vinyl back in the day, but somehow my vinyl got traded off and everything, and I never bought a CD or replaced the vinyl, and I found it, so I'm really pleased to have that. That's great. This got some great tracks on it. Fish and Whistle, the Hobo Song, Bruised Orange is a great song. It's just it's a really good Prine album. So that's it. That's what I got. I hope, please give me your comments. Let me know what you think, and especially about Pat Metheny, because I'm not really that familiar with him. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back. Take care.